Another day and another Ofcom investigation into GB News. Why? Because the leftists don't like the channel. Okay, on a regular basis, every now and then we talk about how Ofcom, and for those who are watching from abroad, Ofcom is basically the regulator of broadcast media. And the problem with Ofcom is that not only right now, sometimes they make the wrong moves, because they're still a publicly funded body that is filled with a lot of biased people. But the problem with Ofcom is that some people in the government want to give Ofcom extra powers to be able to regulate me, my Tousi, and my channel on YouTube. They want to regulate the internet, just like how they regulate TV. This is how we will go down, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to fight back. And it's not really just about YouTube. You might say, oh, well, go on a different platform. It doesn't really matter whether I'm on Rumble or YouTube. They want to regulate the whole thing. So that's not a guarantee yet. There's still a fight back against it. But for now, Ofcom is just focusing on TV. And TV is dead anyway because we are the media. Don't forget that. But let's talk about this news. Why is Ofcom kicking off? They released a statement saying, we have published our fortnightly broadcast bulletin, offering a summary of our latest decisions around shows we have recently assessed. Aw, what a lovely job you have. This week's bulletin includes updates on 2 cases related to our rules around politicians presenting programs. So, this is about something that we've recently been discussing a lot on this channel. Way too many politicians are joining TV channels. Too many. And I don't like the culture. Shouldn't be illegal as far as things are, but it's just not a good look. You had David Lemmy with the LBC. You got the Lee Anderson and Jacob Rees-Mogg with GB News. You got Nadine Dorries with Talk TV. Too many politicians. But that's just a point about criticizing the culture of media and politics. It's not really supposed to. We're not supposed to be dictating or creating authoritarianism against them having those jobs. We can have a discussion about politicians' second jobs, but that's for a different day. Why is it that Ofcom are now finally kicking off our politicians presenting shows when they've been doing it for such a long time on BBC and Channel 4? For years and years. They had no problem with left-wing politicians doing it. Now they have an issue because they're right-wing mostly. Ofcom said, we have launched a new investigation into the Saturday morning show with Esther McVeigh and Philip Davis, which aired on GB News on the 11th of March. We're investigating whether this broke our rules requiring news and current affairs to be presented with due impartiality. So boring. Okay. As part of this, we will also look at the program's compliance with our rules on politicians presenting programs and whether it included a wide range of significant views relating to a matter of major political controversy or current public policy. It's brilliant, isn't it? So they claim to be in favor of due impartiality. So basically that means any show that exists on TV, even if it's presented by a leftist or right winger, as long as they have a guest or someone else on a panel to counter your arguments, then that's fine, right? How many shows can we right now, you and me, we could sit down for about 5-10 minutes, think. We could list the number of shows and episodes over the last couple of decades on BBC and Channel 4. You had anything from How It Got News for You, the Mock the Week, and all the other panel shows, satire, all the comedians, who are all left-wing. No right-wingers on the panel. Apparently that was fine. But apparently not with GB News or Talk TV. Ofcom says, we have also assessed and complaints about Friday Night with Nadine on Talk TV. This is Nadine Dorries. 3rd of February, featuring Boris Johnson. We considered that alternative viewpoints, content, and challenge was sufficiently reflected in this non-news program, and we will not be pursuing further. So, hey, thank God. Now let it go. So that went well. I don't get it. So yes, the presenter was basically right-wing, and the guest was right-wing. But you've had so many examples. Do you remember when, for example, Andrew Marr, who now basically finally admitted publicly he votes Labour, we already knew that, when he used to, for example, have a special interview with Tony Blair as former Prime Minister. There's no due impartiality. They're both left-wing. But nobody had a problem with that in Ofcom. Nobody had a problem with that. He was not being challenged by Andrew Marr. It's not like Andrew Neil. That was a whole different thing. It's really, really. There was actually a very specific interview I remember, and I think Jeremy Paxman did with Tony Blair, and Blair was still Prime Minister in I think it's 2006 or seven. And that was a very friendly interview, and Blair talked about his personal life and his religious views and everything else. Nobody had a problem with that. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I want TV presenters and media outlets to be able to do that. But right now, if Blair was right wing and basically the presenter was also right wing, the interviewer, you'll be in a lot of trouble. It's just sad to see how low things are getting in our society. Anyway, we will continue to fight back. It doesn't really matter what Ofcom doing. As I said, TV is dead because we are the media.